Hey YouTube, it's the Plumber Racing Videos. Got a little update here, SimDash update, and also I ran into a problem with my pedals last night while racing, so I figured I'll just record what I got to do to fix them. It's actually the throttle sensor on the side. I was only getting about maybe 87%. It's happened once before. I'll show you what I did to rectify it. I really couldn't notice it in the iRacing's, how can I say it, where it shows your clutch, your brake, and your throttle. There's a real little line above the green line that shows full throttle, and yes, that wasn't there. But where I did notice it was on an app that I use called Dash Meter Pro. In fact, wait, I have it here. And in Dash Meter Pro, you can just see it better. There's different screens to it, so let me bring it up. Dash Meter Pro. All right, this is the screen that I saw it on here. Throttle 100%. And I noticed I was only at 87%. So I quick blew it out with some air during a pit stop. And I recalibrated, and I got it back up to about 100%, or I'm sorry, about 91% or so. It was at 100% for a minute, but then it dropped back down. But it's all in this sensor, and I'll show you what I did to. I'll show you what I'm gonna do to fix it. So I want to give you a quick update on my dash. I made this video before, but it's gone. So here it is again. Alright, so here's what's left of my dash. Alright, I bailed on it. I completed it, I got it going, but it ended up being too big. And it ended up being too thick. Too many layers in here. The other problem was, to make it easier on myself, I should have only went with 8 lights rather than 10. I'll just put it that way. 8 lights rather than 10 would have been a lot easier. I ended up with a faulty board, Pro Shift board. I gotta return this or something. But anyway, so I got my button box done and whatnot. Let me show you what I got in here, and then I'll get back to the pedals. Get my phone. See my phone there. All right, so this is what I did. Maybe I better stand up. Chair. Alright, so number one, I picked up this from Sim Projects. I forget the name of it, but it has RPM indicators going across the top, extra lights on the bottom, and a gear indicator. And I took my 6-digit displays and I just like stacked them up on top of each other, and the 2 3-digit displays, and I put them next to each other there. Okay, so this here is my my water temperature. All right, I just mounted my gauges right here. I think I 2-way sticky taped them right to the table there, and then if you see, I'm gonna try to bend in here. And that's it. I made this auxiliary thing up. Look at it's hacked. Look at that. I just used phone wire. Boom. Connected it up. And here are my boards. This is such a hack job, guys. I'm telling you. But it's functional, and I really don't care. I was going to put an aluminum deck over this and just close it up. But here's the DLC 247. That's controlling these here. The throttle and the lights here. Here's the Pro gauge sitting in here. And here is my rev burner sitting back down into here. So I got everything up and going. Now when I sit here, hopefully you can see it with this here. Let me get this phone up so I can see. But everything is in my eyesight. I can see everything perfectly. So I like my table opened up here, you know, or my desk. And that dash came all the way across the front. And I can still do it, but I'd have to make it a different situation here with what I have. But so that's what I did. That took a lot out of me anyway, that dashboard, I'll tell you what. So what I did here also was I like relabeled everything too. Alright, let me get my phone over here. Alright, so I just used my Dymo label printer. It is a Dymo 400 or something. I forget. I'll go over and check it out for you. Alright, and I printed these up, and then I covered them up with Gorilla clear vinyl tape. This is the best stuff. I mean, this is some really nice stuff. But it protects it. All my buttons. Alright, over here. Alright, and then I got this here button box going. I was too cheap to buy knobs. They're like $2.50 a piece or something. So I just got wing nuts and I JBL'd them right onto there. It's an epoxy, basically. So these are all covered up with plastic, so it's not going to wear off or anything. I don't know if I'm getting this on video. Yeah, I am. So yeah, so that's what I have. That's my butt kicker right there, and I can control everything with F1 cars, my brake bias, my engine brake, engine power. I mean, it works great. I love it. This was a fantastic addition. All right. So what else I'm going to do today is this. Is my buddy made me right here. Let's see if I can get this on tape or on video. There we go. An iRacing plaque. Well, he wood burned it in there. All right, and so I want to mount this above my monitor up here. So I want this to go up here, and this wedges right in there perfectly. So I just got to cut it down, and then I have my two other displays that are going to be going here for just to show. One Dash Meter Pro, I'll run that maybe a little bit. On another monitor, I might run Twitch or something. Who knows? They're not monitors, they're iPads. So I want to get those up today, and I mean that's easy as pie. The hardest thing I got to do is cut this down, which is no biggie. But I say we go over to the bench and check out the damn pedals, because without the pedals, I'm not doing any racing. Another thing is, I found out that these gauges actually did not work all the way. So these here Sun Pro gauges, I don't know the numbers of them. They did not work correctly. So I had to go back to the Sim Projects gauges, but I still got to finish taking this all apart. Maybe salvage some of the lights, whatever. But it was a good learning experience. I'll try to get the pictures back. I don't know. I lost them on Google, I think. Maybe if I contact Obama and the NSA, maybe they have them still. I don't know. I'll find out. But anyway, so, and then I have another button box to do yet right here. But I don't need to fill this up. I don't know what to use this for, so that's why it's still sitting. All right, here we go. Pedals. Hopefully the light's all right. Here's the throttle sensor. All right. Now, a couple things you want to check to make sure that this is working right. Number one, this pin. Make sure that that's tight. Mine is. I already checked it. Make sure that that's snug. All right, because if that's loose, then this shaft is just spinning. Okay, now I don't know if you can faintly see that I scribed a line in there. That is the best way to see if this is turning. I'll get close up to it. Let me get this line a little deeper. But if you can, scribe a line right across. Get hit onto this aluminum and onto the shaft. I guess you can kind of see that, huh? If not, so I think I have a... Oh. I have a blue Sharpie. Yeah, that'll stand out. Should have paint, but okay, so you can kind of see that. So, if, in other words, you can see that my shaft is turning. Alright, you see that? See how the line is turning? So that means that that screw's tight and that shaft is turning, and all that's good. Okay? Hopefully you can see that that line does not line up anymore. Okay, so it's in the sensor. Now, the throttle sensor is just like the brake. And it has little plastic bushings underneath here, and so that's why I do it this way rather than this way. Okay, so this is a number 5, I think. Yeah, I think this is a 5. I'm just going to loosen up these here screws. Let me get this thing up here so I can see. Shut it off. Here we go. Now what happens is dirt and dust accumulates, and I think metal wear also. I think it's a magnet, if I'm not mistaken. And it just gets on there, and it doesn't give you an accurate reading anymore. Now I know when I first bought these, and I had a problem, and the first time I took these apart, I noticed my board was cracked, that when they installed it, they tightened it down too tight. Okay, so you see the white bushings there. All right, so there's the sensor, and there is where the dust accumulates. It's just that on my finger. I'm telling you. That's my problem. So I'm going to take these off. Let the sensor hang. That's turning. I think that is a magnet. Yes. I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't a magnet. Alright, so that all looks good, and now you just got to put it the hell back on. Clean these things up too. Of course, with your fingers. Clean enough. Alright, so they don't stay if you put them up there. And just very... I'm going to try to do this so that you can see too. Wait, I'm doing it lefty and I can't do it lefty. I get the screws out a little bit more. Alright. I'm going to try to get the camera on here too. It's no big deal. You just got to set these up. It's a lot easier this way than vertical. There we go. Now you just got to find the hole. There's the hole. Whoa. Oh, maybe I wasn't in the hole. There you go. Just make these snug. You don't have to kill it. It's not a water pipe. And even those you don't have to kill. Alright. So, that's clean. Now, I guess while I have it here, I'll do the damn, or the darn brake. Or no, it was only the throttle, not the brake, the clutch I meant. And I don't have to do that one. That one's always good. Alright, so there you go. That's how you clean it. Again, check, make sure that this screw right here is tight. And check that shaft, that shaft is turning and all that, and you'll be okay. So I'll get these things plugged in, and that'll be ready to go. So I want to cut this. I want to cut this plaque that my buddy made. By the way, that's Greg Sargent. I think he's making these for sale. I think it's like 25, 30 bucks, but don't quote me on that. And where the hell did it go? Oh my Lord. Okay, and I could look at the videotape to see what the hell I did with it. Oh. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is trim an edge here. Oh, I'm not plugged in. Oh. Thank you. No editing. Alright, I'm plugged in. Alright, here we go. It's gonna get loud. Well, that was loud. I'm gonna go even with the monitor first. I had a pencil around. What the hell did I do with it? Alright, so I'm just gonna go. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, so we gotta do it this way. Gotta go there. And there. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And then I have two pads here that I can use. This one and this one. Alright, yep, that's how I'm going to do it then. I didn't know if I should cut this down to here, but I think I'd rather have the pad. And these aren't staying here. That's it. And I'm just going to glue that. I'm just going to tack that with glue right there, and that's going to hold it. And then this will show, like I said, either twitch or whatever. My heartbeat monitor is going down here, which that is this. Where is it? Here. Alright, heartbeat monitor. And You just strap this on, and you have to wet these two terminals here. They go against your chest, and it'll automatically detect it, and it'll start. It won't start the app, but there's no connecting it via Bluetooth or anything. There's no pairing. It'll automatically pair. So, all right. Hey, so that's all I got for you for now, I guess. I will. I'll get that glued up. Again, there's where I stand with my dash. If I find any more video or anything, I'll get it to you. I want to show you that I had that thing working anyway. But anyway, here we go. It's the Plumber Videos. Signing out. See you guys.